Okay, so I had to stop real quick, get aesthetically to a certain level. I can't even say all the way please. And of course, you see that, this is not ash today. Okay, this is concrete from drilling in this parking deck into the, what do you even call it? The pillars. I guess that's what you say, the pillars of the parking deck. So, what I was saying is, the more skilled you get, or the more that you expand and improve your skill set, the harder it is to work with individuals that do not have that mindset. And it's, for me, it's just one of them things that it's a me problem. Not really a problem, but a problem. And of course, the solution is always, and I want y'all to keep this in mind every step of the way, you always have the solution before you ever have the problem. Okay. So the solution for this would be just be very particular about who you choose to contract your services with, which is a hard thing to do. I will admit that. Let's see, do I have I don't know if okay. So of course this is a new mic system that I'm using. And I just want to make sure that I have the settings on correctly. And I think I do. But that means that it should have some type of noise cancellation with it. All right, either way. So what's going on right now is I'm at a standstill. And I'm at a standstill because there's materials that need to be purchased. So this could be considered a lunch, but I'm not taking a lunch. Okay. And even if I was to take a lunch, is the lunch paid for? All right. Now, a contract needs to be something that is agreed upon before the work even starts. And you have some companies out there, some people out there that they'll try to push things as quickly as possible without fully negotiating certain, details. And that's one of the things that I hate it, but I know this is all the way across the board. And if you fall for it, or you just accept that, oh, okay, well, this is what it is, then that's what it is. Now, I had told the guy that I'm assisting, hey, we need to get something in writing, all this kind of stuff. And I end up canceling, saying that, hey, I just can't do it because I was busy doing other things. Well, those other things that I was doing, I kind of got through those, and, I had some slots that were open. So, okay, fill those slots in with coming up here. And lo and behold, it was a few things that, kind of ran over that I need to go ahead and take care of. So, all right, I did that as well. I took care of those, but that removed me from being out here. And from what I see now, even if I would have, cleared out my schedule, canceled the things that I had, we would have still got to a point like we are today, where I'm just sitting, which is not good. Why? Well, this is an hourly job. Okay. Now, I could have negotiated something like a minimum, which I didn't do. I could have negotiated something like, that's right on my, let me click this again. Could have negotiated something else like what else? A minimum plus hourly. Okay. And that would have said, okay, well, you know what? I'll get a minimum per day. Cool. Now, yesterday I came out here and I only put in I think it was either 2 or 3 hours because by the time I got up here, I checked in the hotel, all that kind of stuff. And of course, I got me something to eat. And I ended up falling asleep. I was tired. I took a nap. So by the time I did get out here, I did a few things and it went. So I'm not the type of person to waste time. That's why things go fast. They go pretty fast when I'm on a project. Okay. And even if it's a project where, let me put this thing, I got to check the audio in a second because I really want to know how this quality is, because it looks like I'm peaking every time I say something. So I'm moving it down just a little bit, of course, if I got it in frame. But so that's where we are. Even if I was to work, it hasn't been a so-called full day just yet. The first day, knocked out a good little bit, but even that was like 5 hours. Okay. The second day, my second official day, that was only about 2 to 3 hours. I actually can't remember right now. Now, the third day, being today, I got out here, of course, on time, early, however you want to look at it. And that's when I posted a little early on because, the view was it was beautiful. It was quiet. It was serene. It was just sun shining right on me. It felt great. Okay, and then I got the call. Okay, well, they a couple of levels down. All right, drove down there. Talked to them real quick. Oh, well, the materials that you need to pick up is on the first level. So this is where you just was. Okay, all right, so go back down. Or come back up here, grab the materials, go back down, start the process. And because there's no set formula, directions, instructions on how things need to be done, you can only do so much, and then you got to stop and ask this, ask that. Do a little bit more, stop, ask this, ask that. And that's even a waste of time. For me, that says that, hey, it's certain things that haven't been looked at thoroughly, and you're winging it. And the fact about it is that it's a lot of people, a lot of companies out here that's what they do. They wing it. Even for a good while, I was winging it. Okay, because when you don't know, you don't know. That's just what it boils down to. But after a certain period of time, it's not okay, well, I'm winging it anymore. It's okay, well, what is a thorough survey? And when I do this thorough survey, what do I need to do to make sure that I'm capturing all of the angles and intricacies and distances so that I can put this thing together and do it in a way where it can be replicated? See, that's the systematic mindset that I have. Okay. And the thing about it is that was developed over time, and it is absolutely ways of doing it. But the fact is that you're not going to have a person that, even if they've been doing this for a while, if they don't have that type of mindset where they've went through certain processes and they have come to understand that I need to have this system down, up, together. You get what I'm saying? I need to have this system. I need to have a systematic mindset in place to ensure that when the time gets here, I can expand and I can bring on others and I can show them, and it can be replicated and scaled. If you don't have that mindset, then you'll get paid. Don't get me wrong. You will get paid if you can pull it off. And yeah, you're going to pull it off, because most of the people that do this, they find a way to make sure that things get done, including myself. So what am I actually speaking on? is differences of mindsets, different levels of skill sets. And at a certain point, you can't judge yourself in any type of way, okay? Unless it's a positive way or either a honest way. And you can't judge yourself, or you shouldn't. I can't say what you can and can't do. Let me take that back, all right? I want to say that if you get to a point where it seems like I've been doing these things for so long and it's still just the level that I'm getting to and I'm not able to break through to another level, I want you to understand that it's not that. There are systems in place that will assist you. But that's when your knowledge needs to come about. That's when you need to continue on your path, but then start speaking and communicating with different people to get a better understanding of where you are. So that self-assessment, where your company is, and what will be the best way to go to gain, okay, because that's what you'll gain it, to gain a better understanding of how to make sure that your ideas, your systems are fully in place, and then to gain different contracts so that you can go through, because it'll be a trial and error phase. But as long as you have that system in place, like I said, one of the main systems that is not in place unless it's a major company are surveys. And even the thing that I've seen and experienced is that even after someone has came out there and did certain levels of surveys, there's a lot of things, okay, that have been missed. And then you have to have another individual go out there, look at everything, take pictures of this and that, and then try again. And then you might have another time when, if you're doing a proper survey in the beginning, and then you're mapping out things, that's gold. And and the reason I say it, because my mind has steadily went back to this same thing. A proper survey. So I've been fortunate to have experienced operating another type of services business, a labor services business, moving services business. And one of the things I was doing in the beginning was, I would go out and I would survey, okay, the houses, see what we had, and of course provide quotes. And I was spot on the vast majority of the time, spot on. Well, that's a skill within itself. And that's something that, I'm glad I've been able to experience that, because it gives me a understanding of even how to put certain things together. All right, let's say a checklist, for instance. Materials list. It's the same thing. Different area, okay, or different, I'm trying to think of the best word for it. Different feel, okay, but same idea, is that a survey needed first, then put the quote together, then ensure that you have the labor that you need, ensure that you have the materials that you need, and go from there. And always get a little bit extra, because you can always take things back, okay? All right, so that's where I'm ending at right now. It's about 15 minutes, but that's where I'm ending at right now, because to be honest, as much as I understand how these things actually operate, and not fully, not 100%, okay, because of course, unless you're sitting at the table negotiating, and you don't know everything that's going on. All right. And I know I'm in a position here that I don't know everything that's going on. And I've actually had a couple of things that have crossed my mind regarding all of this, but it was other reasons that I'm here. All right. And the eyes don't lie. So I hear things, I see things, and I make sure that I keep the level that I operate on at that level. And the rest of it, not thinking about it. All right. Tomorrow will be the last day for me, and then I'm busy, back busy. And the things that I've been working on, and see, this is where, okay, well now, I got a truck issue that I need to take care of with a automotive company. This is where it's a lot of things that can be just kind of thrown at you, and it's like, well, dog, where does my time go? This is why it's like, dog, I absolutely need some assistance. But where am I going to focus on? What am I going to focus on? And why? What is going to be the absolute best utilization of my time? You see, because all of it needs to get done. Everything. So, and then I just get a text that he's back. You get me? So take this time, take that time, take that time, and then what? Oh, well, now I'm just waiting. Keep an eye out on it. Talk to y'all. Peace.